Hey, good morning, Facebook world. This is Coach Bill with Weight Loss Made Easy. Today is Friday, Yahoo! I am soloing it today at the gym. My wife is at the house today, so I came down by myself, and I just got done. And of course, I never work out without my recovery drink, which is going to always be the hydrogen-rich water. I don't use any kind of supplementation as a recovery drink. I don't use any kind of branch chain amino acids as a recovery drink. I don't use those powders that they say they're good for you to help you recover, which they don't. They actually will cause your body to be more acidic. So I strictly drink what you're supposed to be drinking. I drink water, which is hydrogen-rich water, which is not the same water you guys are drinking. I also carry I carry snacks in my backpack, high good fat snacks. And so after my training, a few minutes, I'll snack on my nuts, which I got these are pecans that I baked, and what else do I got? Oh, and I got some macadamians. So I'm coming off of a 18-hour fast. I worked out, I think, around 16 hours into my fasting, 17 hours. And because Emily and I are on a new routine where we're starting to gain more lean muscle, I've added one extra meal to my eating window. So if I'm doing an 18-6 fast, I've got a 6-hour window. I've increased it by one meal. If I do a 20-hour fast, which I got a 4-hour window, I still add a meal. So I'm basically doing about 3 meals a day. And I'm also, if I feel like snacking on a good high-fat snack, which is going to be nuts, baked nuts, or some string cheese, or Tom's Farm pasture-raised beef sticks, something like that, I will do that also. But today, I get a lot of people that come up to Emily and I and ask us questions in the gym. Now, we've been working out in this gym for almost 3 years, so people realize that we're pretty intense when it comes to our training, and they really don't talk to us until they know that we're close to being done. And one of the topics that we seem to get a lot of questions about, because obviously they're watching these two old seniors who have lost a tremendous amount of body fat and who have held their lean muscle mass and are actually gaining more lean muscle. And they have been hearing through the gym talk, where everybody knows that there's a lot of talk that goes on the gym, nothing's hidden. They hear that we're doing these long, prolonged fastings, these 24-hour fastings, or a 48-hour fasting, or even a 72-hour fasting. Well, this one particular person finally came up to me and said, I just don't understand how that can be true. You're doing a 24-hour fast, or you're doing fasting, or a 48-hour fast. How in the world are you able to keep lean muscle on? Because I've always heard that you have to eat in order to build muscle, and if you don't, you're going to lose the lean muscle mass. And here you're doing these fastings where you're not eating anything. You're just, from what I'm hearing, you're just drinking black coffee during your fasting and water, and you're coming in here in a fasted state, sometimes 24 hours in a fasted state, and I'm watching you. You have no loss of energy at all. And obviously, you're still holding your strength and you're getting stronger, but yet you're still burning a lot of body fat and you're still getting leaner and leaner. I just don't understand how that works. Well, see, that's the hard part, guys, for me to try to explain to a person like that who has no idea or no education in the physiology of the body and has no idea of how the hormones work. And so how do I explain to them that this actually, you'll actually add lean muscle when you're doing intermittent fasting or prolonged fasting? How do you explain that to somebody that has no idea the physiology of the body, and they have no idea how the hormones work? Well, it's almost impossible, because as you explain it to them, it pretty much goes over their heads, or they've never heard this before. Well, I did I did a video, I think, a while back on autophagy, okay? And autophagy is a state that you get into when you're doing a prolonged fast or an intermittent fast, or if you're doing a fast that's longer than 16 hours, you're getting yourself into autophagy. And that's where the magic starts. That's where I have science. That video that I did, actually, I talked about the science of autophagy and how it actually increases hormones that protect your body from losing any lean muscle because you are not eating any food. You see, guys, our bodies have not evolved away from our ancestors. You got to realize that first. And so I try to explain that to them, that the body has not evolved away from our ancestors. Now, you know, if you look back at history in our ancestors, you can see where there's times when they actually haven't been able to find food to eat. They may go 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 days without finding food to eat, and they're still hunting for it. Well, the body is pretty amazing, and it's got some mechanisms in it that is actually going to activate when you're not eating any food, or when you've gone through a period of non-eating. The body is going to protect itself from you losing lean muscle by activating certain hormones that will keep your lean muscle on and give you the opportunity to keep looking for food if you haven't found it in 2 or 3 days, and if you haven't eaten. Body doesn't just shut down because you haven't eaten. It's got to find a way to protect itself, and that's what's unique about the mechanism the body has. And so I try to explain that to them. Well, we haven't evolved away from that, okay? What we have done is we've modernized ourselves, and now basically most of you are eating the Western diet, which is high carbs, low fat, so you completely screwed up the overall body and how it's actually supposed to survive and how it's actually supposed to heal itself because of all the processed foods, the toxic chemicals in the air, the toxic waters you're drinking, the toxic waters on the food you're eating. So we've completely destroyed the body from the natural mechanisms it has, because you got to understand that if your liver is not efficient, or if your liver is not healthy, or if your gut is not healthy, then there's a lot of the issues most of you are having that have medical issues. And it could be many, many types of different medical issues. But the fact is that when we're fasting, when Emily and I are fasting, we are actually dipping in to the mechanisms or the hormones during a fasted state while we're training that is going to increase certain hormones to protect our lean muscle. And actually, science has already showed that you're actually activating growth hormones, your testosterone, your neuroadrenaline, and adrenaline, and you're increasing men are increasing their growth hormones by 2,000%. Okay, we don't have to take growth hormones to reverse our aging or for anti-aging. I don't have to take testosterone shots or growth hormone shots to increase lean muscle and to help lose that body fat. I'm using my own mechanisms, my own body mechanisms that produces it for free. I don't have to pay for it. Now, does it happen right away? No, it doesn't happen that fast. Those of you that are 40, 50, or 100 pounds overweight, you got to give your body time. You got to give your liver time to reverse itself from being a fatty liver. Like I said, if your liver is not healthy, then it's going to take you longer to get into the autophagy, or the state of autophagy that actually is the magic of what Emily and I are doing. And our 3 protocols that we have for our online personal coaches are designed to get our clients into autophagy for a longer period of time, and also to help anti-aging or slow premature aging. And then those of you that have been on our protocols for a while, you fully understand that it's going to take time to lose those wrinkles after you've lost all that body fat, but you can lose them over time. by putting yourself into autophagy more often than none. So the more often you're in autophagy, the faster those wrinkles go away. That includes wrinkles in your face. It's the body's way of slowing premature aging, and it's a body's own mechanisms that will help you do that. But most of you, 98% of you, have sabotaged those mechanisms, and you're not giving the body the right tools to actually activate them. And so you're trying to do synthetic chemicals or injections or whatever you want to call it, surgery, in order to get yourself to look the age you want to look, and that doesn't work. It only works for a short time. You got to do it naturally. Your body, guys, your body's got the natural mechanisms to do it long term. That's the key. Long term, guys. And so you're not going to lose lean muscle mass if you're doing intermittent fasting, or if you're doing a prolonged fasting, if you know how to do it, and if you're doing it right, and you're combining it with the hydrogen-rich water that we're drinking, and combining it with the anti-inflammatory diet. Matter of fact, you're going to escalate. When you're using all three of those tools, you're escalating it even more so. Okay? But understand that who's ever telling you that you will lose lean muscle if you do intermittent fasting or a prolonged fasting or an anti-inflammatory diet, they're wrong. They have no education in the physiology of the body. They have very little, if any, education in how the hormones work, and they don't know anything about how you have internal mechanisms that switch on when you don't eat to protect the lean muscle that you do have. And so blow that out of. I mean, it's a myth because they don't understand it. So guys, that's my talk on the myth about losing lean muscle when you're doing intermittent fasting. And there's multiple science on it. Like if you want to go see that video about autophagy, you go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. You can also go to my Drink Nature's Water Facebook page. Like it. There'll be some more information about it. And also, if you guys want to know more about the hydrogen-rich water that we're using to recover with as we do our hard training sessions, then you can message me and I'll send you the info, because we give it away for free for 2 weeks. We let people try it for themselves. And those of you that are training and are not recovering as fast as you want when you're training, because see, Emily and I, by the time we walk out of that door at the gym, we're fully recovered. And why is that? It's because we're hydrating with the best water on the planet that has the ability to flush out the metabolic waste that our body is producing when we're training. So we are not letting the metabolic waste damage our muscles. We're flushing it out before it does any damage to the muscle, and that's why we get sore. Those of you that are looking to lose that body fat or belly fat, and you're having a hard time, there's no need to struggle. No need to struggle at all. The first 90 days is very important. So message me if you want to look, if you want more information on how our 90-day online personal coaching goes. And the information that you will see in there is that you'll be educated on all the science behind all this. So guys, have a great Friday today. I'm hoping I think today is going to be a poolside day for my wife and I to get some natural vitamin D. So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.